So more often than not, you're going to be confronted with this very problem of having your blend winding up being too wide. So what do? When you get to that point, look at those two colors. Fold in your red and fold in your yellow in this case. So fold in your edges to the point where, oh, okay, I can manage that a little better. And then you can continue running your clay back through your pasta machine until you get the blend you want. For beginners, this can be a very common mistake where you accidentally lengthen the clay and you didn't mean to do so. So how do you get it back? Well, I'll show you here. We go ahead, we're going to fold it in half, and say I was supposed to go ahead and keep blending, but instead I put it through with one color going into the machine. This automatically lengthens out your blend. So what do you do with that? How do you get it back? Well, you're going to take it and you're going to do what I call a messy kind of fan fold. You just kind of fold it up, and it doesn't matter how it looks, and you just kind of mash it down a little bit. Yeah. And then once you do that, you feed it right back through your pasta machine. There you go. Now you can kind of see that blend is already back a little bit. Do it a few more times, overlapping, and also folding in from the ends. Eventually, you're going to have your blend. All right, it's time to squish and add. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this, and then I fold it again. I know this goes against the rules sometimes, but I'm going to get the air out, and then I'm going to squish it down, and that's kind of where the air kind of comes out anyway. Squish your little bit of clay down. So this actually will be kind of tiny, you know, when you really look at it. I mean, this thing, I measured it out about 1.5 inches or so. So it's kind of a little wad. Now take that, and I'm going to take some more yellow clay, because say I want more on there. I don't have quite enough, or I'm just like, add it on to the ends. This is where when it comes to doing a Skinner blend, you do not necessarily have to have a triangle to make a blend. You just add in rows of clay, whatever colors you want, and they will naturally blend anyway. This also works really great for a Skinner blend. You decide, I want to go ahead and cut some shapes out of it. And so you get your cutters out, you cut your shapes, and then once you get all your shapes made, you're like, okay, what do I do with this leftover Skinner blend? So you mash it up and then run it through your pasta machine, and once again you have your blend, and that can be used for your next project. So I can't tell you how many times a fan fold goes wrong for me. It just doesn't happen all the time as nicely as you think. So I'm going to show you what happens to me. So right here, I'm thinning out my clay, and I'm getting it ready so I can do my fan fold with my Skinner blend. I'm getting it nice and lengthened out. It's looking so pretty. So I get it all together, and I figure, okay, let's go ahead, cut the one end, and I come in here and I start doing my fold. And I go back and forth, I'm pressing it in. I'm like, yes, we're making really great progress. And for some reason, always towards the end, it seems like I'm like, oopsie, it got a little bit off. As you could tell right here, it's like, okay, that's really wonker. What do I do? Oh no, it's totally messed up. No, it's not. Cut that thing in half. And then take your piece on the other side and flip it around so it matches up on the other side. And if you can, try to match up your intersection a little bit, and pretty soon you're like, oh, I've got a nice little piece. Okay, so let's take that piece and bring it back to its original blend. So how would you do that? Actually, I kind of like to mash it down just a little bit on the side or whatever. but sometimes I don't even do that. I'm just like, open it up full throttle. Well, maybe not full throttle, but the second largest opening on my pasta machine. And once you're good with where your setting is on your pasta machine, start to feed through your clay again. Always remembering 2 colors in and 2 colors out until you have the blend you truly want. Here's an added tip for the new people. If you are conditioning your clay in a pasta machine, always make sure it's on your second largest opening and not on your fullest opening or the largest opening on your pasta machine. Pasta machines don't do well on conditioning or putting through large amounts of, say you have hard clay, on your largest opening in your pasta machine. This is due partly to the fact that if you have it on that particular setting, the gears in the pasta machine are barely engaged, and over time, eventually they'll slip and the pasta machine will no longer work for you. So I like this particular one. You fold it in half, your blend, and then feed it into your pasta machine, lengthening out this blend. Step it down on your pasta machine and make sure you lengthen it out fairly long. So once you have this, start to roll the clay up into a simple Skinner blend jelly roll. There we go. Yay! And most times you get to this point like, oh, I love that. But then sometimes once in a while you're like, wait a minute. Did I really want that? Oh no, I'm kind of stuck with this now, ain't I? Oh, and see, look. I took that off the one side. Let's go ahead and put that right there to plug it in. Fills it in wonderfully. Completed jelly roll. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim off the sides here. I got a little bit more than I had wanted. Get that taken care of. Yay. Get a little bit more off on the other side. So now I'm just going to push this down. And then, once I do that, I cut right down the center. Yep. You can see me starting to reform it back around so that I've got yellow on one side and I've got my red-pink on the other. That's all I had to do. Push that through my pasta machine and oh my goodness, look at there. Fold it back up. And then run that back through. And do that time and again, and you have your Skinner blend all over again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one more time. Take the other half. Make sure you've got the yellow more on one side and that pink red on the other. You're just mashing it down a little bit. And then remember, 2 colors in, 2 colors out. Put that through the pasta machine and you have your Skinner blend. And keep doing that a number of different times just to get it the way you want. So now that I have those 3 blends, guess what? Stack them right on top of each other. And if you put those through the pasta machine, you'll have your Skinner blend all over again. So matching up the colors is pretty much what it's really telling you. I have like 3 different blends here and I'm just pulling these apart to show you. So I want to try and make it so I get as much yellow on here as possible. So I'm going to try and pull and put that yellow more towards the top and bring my red down. So you're trying to match up that blend a little bit so it's not all going to be even across the board. And then when you put it through your pasta machine and you've got as much yellow or as much red as you want on the bottom, you'll be able to make your blend. It'll be raggedy at first, that happens, but the more, of course, you put that through the pasta machine, the more it'll blend up, and you'll have one solid blend from all three of those pieces. And roll in your sides, that always helps. So it keeps it in control, and you eventually get the Skinner blend you really want. So here I just have my Skinner blend. I'm having fun, and I decided I wanted to add in just a little bit more of that yellow clay. It just didn't make me happy. So here I am, I'm just doing that. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, guys, I am sending out my biggest and best of hugs to you all. I hope you have a great day. Take care.